Okay, this will be the last question, and then we'll have the closing statements. Would you be willing to stop requesting the death penalty and instead request permanent incarceration?
I know that people feel very, very strongly on both sides of the issue of capital punishment, and people that are against it, in all cases, I understand that that's a very moral and sincerely held position. I support the death penalty in rare circumstances for the worst of the worst. And I don't support it because I think it's a deterrent. I don't. I just believe that there are some cases where the crime is so heinous and the person that committed the crime has such a bad record that the appropriate moral response of a society is capital punishment. Now, that's very, very few cases. I've handled 20 to 25 murder cases in my career. Only one of them are we currently seeking the death penalty on. So I would only seek the death penalty in rare circumstances because it's the ultimate penalty. And one should approach it soberly and carefully. And when I'm the district attorney and we're deciding whether or not to seek the death penalty, I will be personally involved in that decision. The current district attorney does not sit in on the meetings that we have to discuss whether or not to seek the death penalty. Yes, we have 45,000 cases a year, but we're only considering seeking death on maybe 5 to 10 cases. As your elected district attorney, I will be intimately involved in those cases because what's more important than deciding whether or not we're going to seek the death penalty, the ultimate punishment?
Well, first of all, the death penalty is the law in the state of California, although we have a moratorium on it now. So I took an oath of office to uphold the law. So what I do in my office is one of the things I have done is revamp the death penalty or the capital case protocol, the method in which we use to figure out what we're going to do on those cases. We put it in writing, and we shared it with the defense and the public defender, and they'd never seen it before. It was a mystery to them how we made those decisions. I have a senior committee that reviews the facts of the case with a trial lawyer who's assigned. And I don't go to those meetings because the system is set up, or this protocol is set up, for those lawyers to have a free-flowing, full discussion without my being there, without me influencing them in some way. They have to make a decision as to what they as a committee recommend to me, and then I take that recommendation. I have the ability, of course, and I have done this, to talk with the lawyers, to go over all of the material, and of course I do that. This is the most serious decision that a district attorney can make, and I have made that decision to seek the death penalty or not to seek the death penalty. Fortunately, we live in a very safe community. We don't have very many homicides, even though one is too many. But I have made the decision to seek the death penalty in just a few of the worst of the worst of the worst offenders.